Hey gang, welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang TV, where we do nothing but conduct pretty girl business. Okay. It's your girl Jeanina here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out the new Lip Bar Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealers, and I have some thoughts about it. Okay, they came in 6 shades. I know you guys heard. Okay, so if you guys want to see that, keep on watching. So you guys get in here, okay? The Lip Bar has came out with some brand new concealers, and they are called the Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealers. Let me make sure. They have like a long name. Okay, Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer, just like I said, okay? It came with a little card here, so I'll be reading off the claims to the card, okay? So we'll read the claims off the card first, because I have a little bit of thoughts on them only creating 6 shades, okay? It's gonna be an unpopular opinion, but it is what it is, girl. Okay, so it says brightens, conceals, wakes you up, nourishing, hydrating, soothing, medium coverage, maximum ease, wear with foundation or alone, no caking, no baking, no guesswork, easy to shop, easy to use, easy to love. Okay, so speaking of easy to use, easy to love, that's the Lip Bar's whole shtick, okay? The Lip Bar, especially with this concealer launch, they claim that they only created 6 shades in order to make it easier for people to find their shades. They also have a system called the Fast Base system with their foundation and their bronzers and all that stuff. I don't have the Fast Base system. I just have the bronzers, but I don't have like the foundation, and they have like other things, but they call it the Fast Base because their whole thing is to make it easier and quicker for you to do your makeup. So with that being said, the Lip Bar came out with only 6 shades of concealer to make it easier for you to be able to find your shade. Okay, here's my thoughts on that. Well, first let me tell you what the Lip Bar said, what the Lip Bar owner said. So I watched her IGTV, and she explained that, you know, most companies come out with 30 to 40 shades of concealer, which is true. And the Lip Bar wanted to be different, which I can't understand because I do have a small brand myself. You guys know that I have an online boutique, and there are millions, if not millions, of online boutiques, girl, on Instagram. So I try to stand out as well, so I get what she's saying. So she said that they came out with 6 shades in order to be different, because like I said, everyone else is releasing all these shades, and it's going to be easier to find your shade. Okay, so unpopular opinion, I like the Lip Bar. I did a review on their bronzers. I do love the Lip Bar's products, but I feel like they should have came out with more shades. I just feel like there's no way that all these people in the world can only use, you know, 1 shade, or can only utilize the 6 shades that they have. It's just not going to work for everybody. Not only is it not inclusive, and I hate to bring that up because I know a lot of people say that a lot, you know, there's not enough shades, there's not enough shades to be inclusive, and it's true. You know, we're going to call out other brands, we got to call out the Lip Bar. It's not very inclusive, and not as much inclusive. I feel like also having a lot of shades when it comes to foundations and concealer, I feel like that is like important, because I can't speak for everybody else, okay, but I use concealer for a multitude of things. I will use concealer for not only brightening and concealing, which you normally do, but I use concealers to like color correct, for eyeshadow primer on my eyebrows. Sometimes I'll do an entire full face of concealer when I just want to be lazy, or I want to look more natural, or I just want minimal makeup. You can use concealer for contouring. I've done that. For bronzing, I've done that. And personally, as a makeup buyer, girl, like, y'all know I love me some makeup, and I have a whole room full of makeup. Personally, if I really like your concealer, if your concealer like meets my needs and what I want in a concealer, I will personally buy multiple shades for those reasons. So I feel like having multiple shades with multiple undertones of concealer is a necessity, but who am I, girl? Who am I? I'm just a nurse. I'm just a little old nurse who likes makeup, okay? So anyway, speaking of shades, I picked up 2 shades in the Lip Bar's new concealer. I have this shade in the shade Honey, and this is the packaging. This is how it looks. Let me take it out so you guys can see. Girl, why am I out of breath? Oh my God. What am I doing? Running miles? Girl. So this is the shade Honey in the Quick Caffeine Concealer. I got this shade as well as the shade Cinnamon. Now, Cinnamon is supposed to be my perfect skin match shade, and then of course Honey I will be using to highlight. So let's try these concealers out. Let's do some swatches first. Now this one is Cinnamon. This one is supposed to be my complete skin match, and that's in the color Cinnamon there. And that's how Cinnamon looks, and I honestly think Cinnamon is a match for me. It might be a tad bit lighter than I would like right now because it's the summertime. The next one I'm gonna swatch here is the one I got for brightening, and that is Honey. And this is how Honey looks. Now, I will say this, there was, so before I get started, this is Cinnamon, and again, this is Honey. So Honey is more of a lighter, as you can tell, and it has like warm undertones. So I will say this, there was another shade in between these two that I feel like I could have went with, but it was, I believe it was called Caramel, and it was more of a peachy undertone. I have one concealer that has a peachy undertone in the NARS Creamy Radiant, and I believe that's called Caramel as well in the NARS Creamy Radiant, but I'm just not a peachy fan when it comes to brightening under my eye. I feel like I'm going more towards like a golden warm color, and that's my point. I feel like if the lip bar had more shades and more undertones, you know, we can figure out other shades to use and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to do my base, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer in order to prime my face. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to use something that I haven't used in a while, and that's the Bite Beauty Change Maker. Like, I remember I did a review on this, and I really liked it, so I'm going to use it again. It's more everyday makeup, has like medium coverage, and I'm going to use this foundation again because I really like this foundation, you guys. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a shade match for me currently because I am a little bit tan, because I believe I picked this up in the winter time, so we'll see how this goes. But I really liked this foundation, and I was going through my beauty room and kind of like cleaning it up and kind of decluttering because, girl, y'all know the holidays is coming, and Sephora's gonna have all this holiday makeup, which they already have now, so I'm already like planning on what I'm gonna get, like the holiday collections. I'm probably gonna do a holiday haul, so look out for that. But girl, cleaning out my makeup, and I found this foundation, so I was like, we should use this foundation because I really did like this foundation. So we are going to use the Lip Bar's Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealers. And one thing she did talk about with these concealers was the doe foot applicator. Now, here's the doe foot applicator up close. Hopefully, it's focusing for you guys. The doe foot applicator, it seems to be flat on both sides, and it has like a little tip here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I want to catch the light so you guys can see. It has a little tip here, and I think that's going to be good to get like in between the corners of your eyes, and they did emphasize that as well. So I'm going to use the color Cinnamon first, and like I normally do, I normally use the one closest to my skin tone first, and then I will take the one lightest, and that's the color Honey here, and I normally put it in the corner of my eye there, just to give it a little bit of brightness. I'm gonna use a makeup sponge with this. Normally I use a brush, but I've been using makeup sponges lately when it comes to my concealer, just to like get into the cracks and crevices of my creasy under eye, because y'all know I got creasy under eyes, okay? So I'm gonna go in with my damp sponge. Okay, so the concealer does feel pretty bouncy, and it does feel hydrating. I don't feel like it's drying too fast, And that could because it's a hydrating concealer. It's not a mattifying concealer. And I feel like it's giving me some coverage. So it claims to be a medium coverage, and I do feel like that. I feel like it's a medium coverage, and it's blended out actually really nicely. Okay, so I feel like it blended out really nicely. I feel like that color cinnamon is like the perfect match for me. So I'm gonna use the color honey more just to brighten, because I like to brighten. So I'm also going to do it on my chin and like the other areas I brighten as well. Is looking on me so far. I really like it. I actually like it. I feel like it provided me with some coverage. Let me see if it has a smell. I didn't check if it had a smell. It has like a little smell, but it just smells like concealer, so it doesn't have a smell. I do feel like it's a true medium, like you can build it up to full coverage. So for brightening for me, I think I'm gonna stick with the color honey, because like I said, the cinnamon was a little bit more of my match, and I like a brighter under eye, so I'm gonna stick with honey when I use this concealer to brighten. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and we will come back with my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, so this is my final look. As you guys can see, I did powder the concealer, and it seems to be doing okay. I did my regular makeup routine like I normally do with the bronzer and the contour and the same powder that I use. You guys know I use the Sacha Buttercup, okay, in the color light. I also have the color Buttercup, but in this case, I used the color light because I wanted it to be a little bright. I feel like I should have used a little bit of my Nikita Dragonheart Transformation Girl just to make it like super bright, but it's okay. I feel like we can work this. So my final thoughts on the Lip Bar's Quick Caffeine Concealer. Okay, now despite them only having 6 shades, I do like the concealer. Okay, it was a medium buildable coverage. I feel like we could have built it up to a pretty thick coverage, like a full coverage. Okay, the colors, like I said, there was one in between, but it was a peachy color, so I skipped that color. I have a little bit of issue with the colors. I think that's the only thing I have an issue with the concealer, is that it didn't come with multiple shades, because I would have liked to purchase some more shades and, you know, just do other stuff with it, you know. But despite that, I feel like the concealer worked good. It performed great. I mean, I like the way my face looks. My eyes are naturally creasy, but I set my eyes with my normal little routine that I've been using, my little technique that I've been using so far, and it doesn't seem to be creasing. I've had my makeup on for about an hour now, because I like to kind of like take my time doing my makeup. So I finished the rest of my face. It's already been an hour, so it's not creasing, it's not breaking down, it's not doing anything crazy. Is it worth the money? Yes, I do think it's worth the money. I will say, let me find it. Okay, here's the concealer. Now I will say that the concealer is very, very small. Have you guys noticed that? So this is the size of the concealer. How many fluid ounces in it? Oh girl, it's way too small. I can't see that. I can't see the print. But normally, a concealer, I don't know, I think the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer is 15 ml. I believe my Tarte Shape Tape, let me see. So here's my Tarte Shape Tape right here compared to this concealer. So it's definitely a really small concealer. Now I don't know the mls. It could be about the same, and it could be just the packaging. The packaging could just be, you know, a little smaller. But I feel like this is just, it's like a tiny bit of concealer, okay? Not typically normal for most brands. I feel like you get a lot more concealer with most brands. But besides that, I like the concealer. It performed great. Now, will this concealer, like, you know, replace any other of my concealers? No. No, I don't think it's like revolutionary and it's like something you absolutely have to have. But if you like the Lip Bar and you like to collect makeup like me, girl, go ahead and get you this concealer. That's it for my video, you guys. If you guys like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you do subscribe, girl, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can know every time the gang posts a video. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye bye.